What's going on, guys? On to another one of my favorite actors of all time, Denzel freaking Washington. Anyway, guys, Denzel is one of the best actors of my... He's just one of the best actors. And anyway, I'm going to show you guys my movie collection of Denzel Washington, starting from the earliest movie to the latest movie. Denzel Washington was born in Mount Vernon, New York. He was born December 28th, I think? Yeah, December 28th, 1954, and he's 61 years old. Why am I so slow in the head? I don't know. But here we go, guys. Denzel Washington. We'll start from the earliest movie that he was ever in that I have in my collection, which is Carbon Copy. Right there. Made in 1981. 2 years before I was born, he was doing movies. Damn. He's pretty old then. But I don't know. This is like a comedy movie. This is the first Denzel movie that you guys probably remember that he was in, was Carbon Copy with Bob Hoskins. Or no, this isn't the one with Bob Hoskins. There's another early movie with him and Bob Hoskins that I need to get that's really early one. I forgot the name of that one. But Carbon Copy is this other one, 1981. He was in Cry Freedom with Kevin Kline in 1987, like 6 years later. Good movie. Then he was in Glory with Matthew Broderick, kind of a war movie. This is a special edition right there. He's pretty young in this movie, actually, too. And then in, let's see, when was this one? In 1992, a year later, he was in Mississippi Masala. I don't know what the heck this movie is, but he was in this movie in 1992. I couldn't tell you much about this one. I'm going to put that up there. Then, a year after that, he was in The Pelican Brief with Julia Roberts. Right there. I haven't watched this one. This is kind of a... two Supreme Court justices have been assassinated. Yeah, it's kind of like a crime, mystery, thriller type of movie. And then in 1993, he was in Philadelphia. I have the regular version of that. This is definitely one of the best Denzel Washington movies there is. All his movies are good. But Philadelphia is definitely a good one. And this one's still in the wrapper, never been opened. That's like has some extra deleted scenes and extra footage and all that. Virtuosity, this one came out in 1995, 2 years after Philadelphia. Science fiction action movie right here. Pretty good one, actually. I like this one. And that goes somewhere. I don't know. And then he was in The Preacher's Wife in 1996. Yeah, 96 he was in this one, Preacher's Wife. Good movie. I like this one. I saw this when I was a kid with Whitney Houston. Good movie there. And another good movie. This is a good one. He's in prison in this one, and he's telling the story of when he was a boxer, called The Hurricane. Great movie there. Really long. This movie is actually 2.5 hours long. Really long movie. John Goodman's in that, I think, too. Or is he? I forgot. And this is definitely probably, this is my favorite Denzel Washington movie. I just love this movie. This is a movie where his son needs a, what is it, a heart transplant to live, and he's only like 12 years old. He collapses playing baseball at a baseball game, and they find out that he needs a new heart. And basically he's on the heart donors list, on the bottom of the list, because Denzel Washington has like the lowest form of insurance. So the hospital doesn't want to give the kid what he needs to live because they don't have enough money. So he ends up taking the whole hospital hostage and demands that they give his son a heart transplant. One of the best, greatest movies of all time is definitely John Q. One of my favorites. And this is another one of my favorite movies of all time. Antoine Fisher, saw that in the movie theater. Great movie. This is just an outstandingly good movie. And this one came out 2002. And then in 2003, he made Out of Time. This is kind of an action-packed, sexy thriller kind of thing. I don't know. I didn't like that one too much. I really like this one though. Man on Fire is one of the best movies of all time. Well, the best Denzel Washington movies of all time. This is a great, great, great movie. Saw that in the theater, and I got that one on Blu-ray. Manchurian Candidate, great mystery thriller movie. Kind of a mystery type, more of a mystery thriller than like a thriller. You have to kind of really think on this movie. Meryl Streep's in it too. Good movie. This came out in 2004. He was in The Inside Man. This movie came out in 2006. Great bank robbing movie. This is one of the great bank robbing movies of its kind. Clive Owen, Jodie Foster. I'm going to do a video on both of them too. He was in Deja Vu. This movie came out, I think, in 2007, a year after that. Great movie, sci-fi kind of feel to it. Let's see. American Gangster. This is a long, long movie. I couldn't get into it to say if I like it or not. I guess I didn't because I couldn't watch it. I couldn't watch the whole thing. Or maybe I watched the whole thing, but it was pretty boring to me. I don't know. Even though it won a bunch of awards. Or did it? I don't know. I think this won something. Maybe it didn't. Russell Crowe's in that. The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, and 3 with John Travolta. Great movie, but definitely not as good as the first one with Walter Matthau, the 70s one. He was in Unstoppable, inspired by true events, where he has to stop the train. I love this movie. This is a good movie. I've already seen this like 3 times. Really like this movie. They don't make good movies like this. Kind of good action adventure. Let's see. Then he was in Flight. I have that on Blu-ray. Great movie about the guy who he's a pilot and he saves the plane, but then they find out that he did coke the night before, so they're really trying to screw him over in this movie. Even though he saved everyone in the plane, they still try to get him for partying the night before. Kind of crazy. He was in The Equalizer, which I have this Steelbook Blu-ray of, which I'm not going to open. And it's a exclusive Best Buy one right here. And that's the newest movie, the latest and newest movie that I have of Denzel Washington. And I don't have Book of Eli. I used to have He Got Game. There's a couple ones I might be forgetting, but yeah, that's all the ones I could think of that I have in my movie collection. Denzel Washington. See you next time. Yeah.